and I want to see more. I just want to see something different, and I want to be inspired. And you did that.
The first act going into the semifinal is Straw Serpent! Sando Trio Russian Bar!
I gotta go with cuteness and comedy. I'm going with JJ.
Is Brian King Joseph.
One vote for Brian King.
I'm going with Christian and Percy.
One vote for Christian and Percy.
The person who we'll be seeing in the semi-final is JJ
Panzano.
The auditions are over on AGT Champions and we're heading into the semifinals. In this week's episode, we talk about our top 3 moments, have a special interview with one of the contestants this season, and we ask you guys, who are the frontrunners? Hi, I'm Mel.
I'm Mriganka.
And welcome to the Talent Recap Show. All right, you guys, we have a jam-packed episode. We have to talk about the top front runners in the competition right now, the golden buzzers that we're looking out for. But first, let's get into this week's episode. We are finally in the last round of the auditions and heading into the semifinals and finals. And let's talk about everything that happened this week.
First of all you shady people, no, the host does not get a buzzer. And so there were only 4 rounds and we're going now into the semifinals. I was kind of sad to see all the Britain's darlings, especially Connie and Bars and Melody, go away just like that. You know, none of them made it. And the fact that Brian King Joseph left, I'm still like, my heart is shattered.
Listen, a lot of people are just as upset as us. He was one of our favorites, so it's kind of sad to see him go. But you know what? At the end of the day, there's a competition and people have to leave. All right, but there were some other great acts. We have to talk about Christian and Percy. I love them, even though they didn't make it through. It was the doggy.
Listen, the man and the dog, both yummy. I don't get it. Whatever. Also, JJ Paterno, oh my God.
He's so
First
adorable.
of all, I don't know any comedian that can roast the judges as well as he did. And the fact that they all loved it.
Yes.
Also, don't forget, he brought up Simon's second face, you know.
We have articles about that on Talent Recap, actually. So don't say that we're the only shady ones here.
I don't think anybody can get away with what he did. And I'm so excited to see what he's going to bring in the next round because he can roast.
But, you know, you guys, we have to talk about the golden buzzer, the silhouettes. I mean, everybody has their own pick of a golden buzzer. Alesha, if that's what you chose, go ahead. How did you feel about the silhouettes this week?
I hate the fact that we have to talk about it because it was the golden buzzer of the night. And I mean, let's get serious, okay? Sandon Trio, am I saying it right? Am I saying it wrong? Probably wrong.
The Russian trio, yeah.
Yeah, the Russian trio. They were 1,000 times better than the golden buzzer. I don't see it. Maybe it's because they performed before and Alesha was like, okay, this is my pick of the lot, I have to pick it, so she just gave it to them. Or maybe she was really touched by the dog act and the emotions got to her. A lot of people were emotional. Heidi was crying. And we get it. We don't get it, but we also kind of get it.
Listen, I feel like we're not always going to agree with the golden buzzer picks. I mean, Boogie Storm was a golden buzzer pick. I'm still mad about that, you guys. Let us know in the comments below how you feel about the silhouettes being this week's golden buzzer pick. Me and Mriganka aren't really feeling it, but I mean, it's going to be good to see what they provide in the next performance.
Now it's time to get into our top 3 performances of the week. And at number 3, we have Brian King Joseph.
All right, you guys, you know that we are fans and we are friends of Brian King Joseph. which a little birdie says stay tuned to the rest of this episode because somebody might pop in. So, I mean, a lot of you guys might think we're biased, but according to the comments, you guys agree with us. We wish that he made it through to the next round. His performance was so impeccable, and it's just like he actually came out with his original song. How good is that?
Which is his story, and I want to hear your story, Brian. Also, we are biased, and that's okay. Deal with it. You know, we love him. He's our homie.
Yes, and we really like the original song Spark, so shout outs to Brian for debuting that on America's Got Talent.
And at number 2, we have Straw Serpent. I did not see the performance because I cannot stand performances that have crawly, creepy, their skin popping out and all that. I'm so sorry. I cannot. It's just not in me. Mel, it'll be all you.
Let me tell you guys, I am definitely the reason why he is in our number 2 spot because some people are a little squeamish. I love watching stuff like that. The way that he moves his body and is flexible and is popping bones. I don't know how he does it, but I wish I could. I really wish I could. That is really a very interesting talent. This is why I love America's Got Talent, because you get to see different things like this.
You know, it's like horror films. I can't watch it. It's not in me. The fact that I saw a little snippet of his neck turning and cracking, and I am scared and terrified because that is my biggest fear. I think that's how I'm going to die. So, do you, boo?
I think it's very interesting because the theatrics of his performance, when we're talking about the song choice, how he moves across the stage, I think it's very important, and I feel like it all goes into a very good performance. And even the judges were also just like enamored by his performance the whole time. I love how he went closer up to them and none of them ran away. So I think that this is somebody we definitely need to look forward to further on in the competition.
And at number 1, we have the Russian trio.
About a comeback story. I mean, this is the main reason why they're number 1. Of course, she was amazing, doing all those things that I would probably be in the hospital for. But it's good to see that, like, after they had that failed attempt with her singing upside down piano fiasco, that she came back here and she did what she needed to do.
Guys, she was called one of the worst acts ever. And to bounce back from something that terrible is amazing. The fact that when she said she's doing this to prove to her child that you can fall down and get back up, that speaks to my heart. And I love that she stands for, you know, a mom being so amazing, so sexy, and so strong. I'm totally here for it, and I really, really am rooting for them.
And I also like to acknowledge the growth. I mean, obviously, she knows singing is not for her. They're not going that route anymore. But the whole blindfolded aspect of the performance, I think, was a really cool idea. It had us shook. It had us at the edge of our seats. And it's going to be interesting to see how they up their next performance. All right, you guys. So I think it's time for us to really get into the core of our conversation. Who are the front runners of this season? I mean, with the auditions are done and we're heading into the semifinals and obviously the final. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the winner is in this bunch somewhere. So let's get into the golden buzzers that we have in the competition this season. Mriganka, let us know.
We have Boogie Storm, We Unbeatable, Angelina Jordan, and Silhouette from this week.
Yes.
Who's your favorite?
Okay, obviously, I'm going to let you go ahead because I know you go hard. Who's your favorite? I know it is.
We unbeatable, proud Indian. I'm crazy. I know, okay?
So they're the same for me, but you know what? I wanted to play devil's advocate a little bit because we have to shout out Angelina Jordan. She was making so much noise on YouTube and was getting so much just like praise and like engagement all over on our social channels, but also across Twitter and all that. And I think it's very important to shout her out because she was great. But you know what? That also is something that we need to acknowledge. I know a lot of you guys have been coming for us, wondering what happened to her audition video. Mriganka?
We have another video coming up next week where you'll find out it's not that serious. Calm down.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. But back to the conversation. I definitely feel like those are the stronger golden buzzers in the competition right now. But
let's talk about the front runners.
and this was a huge but. I had a professor who used to joke that. Anyways.
Okay. The front runners for the show are Marcelito,
Definitely.
who did not receive a golden buzzer but has created the real buzz. And if you combine all the views, Marcelito is winning. And given how much support he has and how hard his fans are going, I see him making far in the competition. That said, duo transcend. Like, people are sleeping on them. I don't get it why.
It's one of those things where we do know that Marcelito is getting a ton of noise on social media. Clearly, like, whenever you guys comment on any of our videos, you talk about Marcelito. But we need to keep in fact that this is based in the U.S. The 50 states voters are all American, and Americans tend to usually vote for Americans, unfortunately. We'll see how it plays out because with Marcelito, he has a lot of the Filipino community rooting for him. We're rooting for him too, but we're not part of the 50
Also,
states.
We Unbeatable, which is not an American act.
Yeah.
And if you think a foreign act can finally win AGT Champions, you should check out an article we have because we have some insight for you.
Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on the front runners. Who is your favorite golden buzzer? I hope it's not Boogie Storm, please, you guys. And then also let us know how you feel about the front runners. Did we miss anybody? Is there somebody we should keep our eyes on? Let us know in the comments below. All right, you guys, but as promised, we have a very special guest giving us the tea on AGT. So let's get into it, you guys. Brian, it is so good to have you. How are you?
Hi, Mel. Hey, Talent Recap. I'm so glad to see you guys and be back. I'm doing amazing. I just released a new single today, as you guys saw, so I'm feeling pretty amazing.
Okay, first of all, I have to tell you that, the episode premiered tonight, and a lot of people are outraged that you didn't make it through to the next round. I need to hear your thoughts on that. I mean, I'm getting a little reaction from you right from the jump.
Well, okay. I love my fans, and I don't blame them for being mad. I love you guys for always supporting me. I also love JJ, the little 7-year-old kid I lost
hilarious.
to, which I think is like an AGT, rite of passage, which is, you might be good, but you could still lose to a little kid. So like, let that be a lesson to you. But no, I think that a lot of people, I kind of felt like, oh man, are people going to be happy with this decision or whatever? And I got a lot of messages saying like, ah!
Yeah.
And, to those people, I just say like, hey, it's okay. Because I'm still like, I'm doing this, like I'm never stopping. And
It's your life.
It's my whole life. So, I mean, not going through for a round, but still killing it all the time is all right with me.
Totally feel you. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that JJ is going to end up roasting the judges some more on your behalf. I'm sure he's got your back when it comes to that.
Yes.
Now, let's get into, we were talking about your life. I feel like you planned this out perfectly. Your single just dropped, Spark. You had it performing on AGT Champions. Was that planned? Like, give us a little tea on that.
Well, it was, me making my music was always my life plan, making my own original music. And the guys, after America's Got Talent, I got on third, so many people would not stop messaging me like, Brian, where's the music? Where's the original music? So I had been working on it for the past, ever since I got off, I've been working and working at this song, not just this song, but a whole bunch of others. And when America's Got Talent said, hey, you guys want to come back on Champions, it was literally just perfect timing. And so I saw my opportunity and I went straight for it. I said, hey, if I'm going to go on Champions, then I'm going to show you guys what a champion really does. And, that's make your own music and your own, persona. Like Brian King Joseph is here, you guys, and I'm not going anywhere.
I love it. Now, you were saying that Spark is about your life. Can you give us in a nutshell what it means to you and how it pertains to your life?
Spark is so important. The song Spark is my first song because it symbolizes the spark of energy, the spark of creativity that everyone has inside of them. The passion that you have, the spark for your passion is the energy that's going to get you through any obstacle, any hardship, anything, because your goal is always going to be the end of that spark. And so the spark is the beginning. It's my first one. It's the beginning. It represents everything I've been through and the energy that I use to get through it. And, for everybody else, I hope they can relate to that too and find energy both in the song and, through that message.
Brian, I love you and I totally feel your message because even speaking to you, I love speaking to you because your energy is always up and always there and it's just so you. Spark is the perfect debut single for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mel. I love you guys. All you guys at Talent Recap. I love you and I love everybody watching, you guys out there. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for supporting Talent Recap.
But
it's all love.
I'm trying to get some tea because the background behind you does not look like a home. What are you up to? Are you up to something that we need to know about?
I have been really busy. Okay. I can't tell you everything. You guys know I'm always up to something. But right now, I'm at a practice session with one of my favorite talent show contestants. You guys might know her. Her name is Javia Ward. Because you guys already know it's Javia. We're practicing together because we have a show coming up in Miami in a couple of days. So, stay tuned for that, you guys. I'm doing big things. Like, I am not stopping. You guys see it. I'm with the best of the best, and we're only going to keep going. Be on the lookout for more music videos. They're coming out soon.
Yes, Brian. Thank you so much for stopping and chatting with us. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, even though I'm sad that you're not going to be on it. But it's okay because Spark is out, and I'll be listening to that, Brian.
Yes. Go watch that music video. Thank you so much for your guys' support. I love you all so, so much. Until next time.
Thank you, Brian.
If you are also touched by Brian King Joseph's story as I am, download Spark right here. Love you, Brian.
He's the best.
But Mel, do you know what time it is?
It's time for the comment of the week. So every week we choose one of your comments from a previous video and shout you out, love and or hate, because we love you guys. And this week's comment comes from Alice Wallace. I hope I pronounced this correctly. The Unbeatable will win if the show is America's Got Skills. But it's about talent, so Marcelito will. Ooh, that is a bold statement, so thank you for that. How do you feel about that statement, though, Mriganka?
Wait, hang on, what's her name?
Alice?
Alice, we're gonna have some beef. Because you and I and all the people, because I see a lot of people commenting this, need to talk. First of all, stop downgrading Marcelito by saying he's just a talent. He works hard. You are not born with, you might be born with a slight inclination, but you have to work hard. And both The Unbeatable and Marcelito work hard. Let's not disrespect anybody's hard work. Let's take a moment to appreciate that. And I think both are equally hardworking and equally talented.
Let us know in the comments, you guys, how you feel about this statement. Thank you, Alice, for that, though. I feel like it's a very interesting conversation because it does come across all the time, So, thanks
skill or talent, let us know. Speaking of Marcelito, you know how we said the Angelina video is coming? There's also a Marcelito video coming in a special segment we have that's really, really hot, so you don't want to miss out.
I'm about to take my sweater off because it sounds like it's going to be really hot, you guys. But you know what? Stay tuned. Until then, make sure you're following us on all socials. And of course, YouTube. Click the subscribe button right now. At Talent Recap on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know all the good stuff. Mriganka, where can we find you on social?
It's Mriganka Chawla on Instagram. And no, I'm not a porn star. I've been reading your comments.
She's not, you guys. And you can find me at _MELBAE. And you know, it's time for us to say,
and that's our talent recap.
For more of these videos from Talent Recap, all you need to do, hit that button below to subscribe.